get your submissions together. We need a new logo. We need it. I'm thinking maybe Labor Day is around the time we're going to start calling in on that. So go to ericandgord.com for details on that contest. Need another picture of that guitar, by the way, to post, but we'll talk about that later. So we got the logo contest. We need some submissions for just saying hi. Feel free to apply for the Champion Tree newsletter. View from the Top should be out for distribution the end of this month. I like the end of the month thing more than the doing it at the beginning of the month sort of deal. So you could go to ericandgord.com and there's a little just check mark you put in if you want to get the newsletter, and you get the newsletter, and it's free and it's awesome, and I make it myself, so it's going to be worth money when I'm dead.
Nice.
And other than that, I don't know what to tell you guys. Stop letting kids die, basically, is all I got. And
bring back Alf.
And bring back Alf. I cannot stress that enough. This is not quite as important as Degrassi, but it's not far off.
Let him eat a cat already.
I think the other real important thing is I think all those actors and their poor families, they deserve an extra paycheck.
Don't they?
That will help them get that. That would help them get that paycheck.
Bring back the original cast. Absolutely.
Everybody but Willie. What are you doing at Willie? Take clips from the original show and edit them in.
Oh, that would be creepy.
You know they'll do that. They'll fuck it all up too.
Man in the Moon must have been very difficult for those guys to do. When they did that taxi montage, and that was all the original actors remaking scenes they had actually done.
Yeah.
With him, that must have been so difficult. And Carol Kane, who was married to the guy, and she even did it. That's got to be raw.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah,
very strange.
That must have been weird. Just thinking it's always got to be difficult when you bring back the original cast of anything, and one of them is not there.
Yeah, it has to be. That's why I think it'd be so much different with the album, because I didn't even actually start to wonder, are any of them alive?
I have no idea.
I know as soon as I get back to fucking Wi-Fi, first thing I'm going to do when I get back to it, I'm going to fucking go Google fucking Elf Cast.
Yeah.
Who's alive, who isn't.
Well, I know he was a drunken midget when he wasn't a animatronic thing. There are scenes where you can tell the special effects are so bad. You can tell when it's the puppet and when it's the dude. They're two different sizes.
Yeah, it's true.
And they'd stick the midget in the costume, get him to run across the room, and then the next thing it's like this little cute Alf doll sitting on the couch. And you're like, where's the big ass? And he's not stumbling around. And I'm sure that little kid was like, he doesn't smell like booze. I like this one better.
He doesn't smell like weird stuff.
I don't like the midget one because he actually eats the cat.
That's funny.
Cat was named Lucky. Okay, what's with our endings lately? Just abysmal.
Yeah, they've been definitely lagging. That's for sure.
All right, so Sunday we're going to talk about movies. We're going to talk about what did I not get to? Ramakid Island. Update you on Epstein and.
Yes, we still haven't spoken about Epstein.
And his kid humping.
Cracked a bunch of great jokes, but we haven't actually talked about them.
Well, what more can you say?
Yeah.
It is vacation season. Everybody book your flights now.
Get on that Diddler Express.
Oh, my God. Spend a magical day at Ramakid Island.
Oh, God.
Corey Feldman's never going to speak to me again. That's probably true. Well, that would suck. I feel bad. Sorry, Corey. I'm not really that sorry. I'm going to go away from this now. Everybody, I'm sorry for trailing off like that. Take care of your kids. Petition for an Elf movie, and don't feel bad for Tom Cruise. He can suffer a bad one.
Yeah, he's allowed a bad one. That's all right.
So I don't know what the hell is going on anymore this weekend. I know we don't have Gord tomorrow. I may make you guys listen to 40 minutes of me babbling about something, or I'll get Rebecca on with us. She always likes doing it, and I canceled on her last time, so maybe we'll do something like that.
Oh, and even though I couldn't have given any more of a less of a fuck about this, but everybody who's listening, if you could, since I am in such a foul mood, and it's after midnight here, it's officially my birthday, if you all could send a message saying happy birthday, that might just cheer me up.
Okay.
Well, excuse me, princess.
I guess you didn't hear that, did you?
I barely, but I know it was pointedly inappropriate. So.
Oh, here, we'll do it one more time, just so Gord could hear it loud and clear. Oh, now it's not going to work. Right?
Excuse me, princess.
That'll do.
But you know what I really mean when I say that to Gord. This is what I really mean. That's for all of you. Take care of each other.
See everybody.
Happy birthday, Gord. That was something. We gotta stay on topic a little more. We gotta come up with some topics.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to come up with a topic to stay on one.
That's my fault. They always go bad when I don't have the talking points to get back to. Not that was bad. It was entertaining, but
Happy birthday, Gord.
it's starting to be a little babbly.
Thank you.
And I'm trying to make the point that they're like, so is your show just like two guys who think they're funny? I'm like, no, it's so much more than that.
No, we actually know we're funny.
And then we do a whole week of this.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone, I just started asking on all the Facebook groups. I'm like, it costs $100 for a review. Why? Why are we paying reviewers $100 to review us? Let's just review each other.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people responded, right? Like, okay, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
We should really screw people.
And
Tell them it's just you. You are also Gord.
yeah, it's I am Gord. What did I have? I had something about Robert. I had to tell you about. Oh yeah, it was when I was like when you were talking about the movie, and I'm like, really? That's the part that you found unrealistic?
Yeah.
They flat earthers keep showing that picture from 1927 from Universal Studios, and it's a globe, and they're like, well, we didn't even have a good picture of the globe in 1927, so how did they know back then what it looked like and all this shit?
Because they looked at everything else that's in space and realized it's all fucking round, you idiot.
Yeah, exactly, right? But so Robert goes on, and he's like, look, in 1927, we had the death penalty, we had segregation, and we had, I forget the third thing he said. He's like, but we had everything so right. We need to get back to that. And,
Wow.
yeah, he says segregation, the death penalty, and,
Prohibition.
something else, something like anti-woman, and he's like, we really need to get back to being right like they were back then. And this guy pipes up, and he's like, yeah, but they didn't have the right picture of the globe, you're wrong. And I'm like, really? That's the part of what I just said you had trouble with? That's the...
You fucking moron.
Like, they just totally missed the point of... I was saying we got to get back to segregation and beating women. And... yeah, but that picture of the globe must be fake. Oh yeah, that's the bad part, you weirdos.
Well, at least they get to stay on topic.
Oh yeah, I guess they do. Oh, you know what?
Oh wow, it's painful.
There's pipeline news too. We'll do that on Sunday.
But he's hit
I just remembered that.
It's gonna be a long episode Sunday then.
Yeah, because they well, we can not do the movie thing. We don't have to. I just thought it'd be fun if we had nothing else. Oh, we've also had a request, and I know you and I have kicked around the idea since the dawn of time, but we've had a request to do a music episode, like weekly or monthly, whatever, like bi-weekly even. Just do like a music thing.
Okay.
Where we talk
I'll
about
work on
music, or
this
we
one.
or we new music. I know I know a guy who does a blog all about new metal. I can get him on.
You mentioned it before.
Yeah, get him talking about new metal. Most of it's garbage, but yeah, it's a listener request that we do a more music stuff, and we haven't done that even in months.
That's true. Yeah, we're actually overdue for it.
We can make it a thing. I know enough pretty well. I know a guy who wants to come on and talk about Van Halen. I know a guy who wants to come on and rant about the Rolling Stones, and I told him I wouldn't make fun of him, which I totally will. Because the Stones,
I'm going to.
he's a massive Stones fan, and he just wants to talk about the Stones for 2 hours.
Oh God, I'm not going to be on that episode.
Oh no, you have to be on that episode, because you won't be able to hold you back. You will tear him apart, and it'll destroy his life, and I'll love every minute of it. I don't like the guy, so.
Oh, okay. In that case, then sure. Okay. For you.
His name is, you might know him, Fred. He's Point Dexter. Anyway.
That's a real person?
Well, that's his handle at Insight.